Welcome back to City Foodie Farm. I'm April, and if you watched my last video on how to make homemade oven fries, I have a recipe to go with it, the baked falafels. And today I just want to share how easy it is to make these at home. I was shopping from home, actually on Amazon through Whole Foods, and I came across this falafel mix. We've made falafels in the past where you have to fry them, put them in oil, but this version you can actually bake it, and it's super simple. And they are really delicious. So I'm gonna go over the ingredients. I actually just ordered these through Whole Foods. You can probably find a mix like this similar at your grocery store. Just look on the back and see if there is an option to bake it. You will need some tzatziki sauce. It's yogurt with cucumbers and lemon. And dill, I believe. It's really good. Cucumber, red pepper, onions, some lettuce, pitas, and the mix. That's it. So let's get started of making the falafels. For the baked version, you will need a bowl. You'll want to measure out 1 cup of this mix. And what's great, if you can find this brand, there's actually 2 meals you can get out of this. So you want to measure out 1 cup, and we're going to be mixing it with water and then letting it sit so it can absorb the water. The beans can kind of absorb it. And this mix smells so good. It has all kinds of different herbs in it. I'm guessing probably cilantro. It's just full of a lot of flavor. I know you can make falafels from scratch, but this is something that can be really quick during the week. So just measure out the 1 cup. And then you'll be adding in your water. And I believe it was 3/4 of a cup of water. And now that you've added your water, you want to mix it in. Make sure everything is combined. And the package, the directions say to let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes. Now, every time that I've made it, I've only let it sit for 30 and it worked out fine. So if you're in a pinch for time, 30 minutes works. Okay, this is what it looks like after 30 minutes. As you can see, the water has absorbed into the mixture and it's a lot thicker. So now you can be able to scoop it up and add it to your cookie sheet. Now I'm using this sill pad that I use when I bake cookies, and I think it works really great. I think you could just use parchment paper if you don't have one. But just try to, I believe, let's see, how many did I scoop up? I think there was about 12. So just evenly space these on the cookie sheet, and there should be roughly 10 to 12 little patties. And with these, the baked version, the good thing is you don't have to drop these in oil, but you do want to add a little bit of olive oil on top. I almost forgot to do this, but it's what you need to do. It's what the package says to do. So just kind of spread on a tiny bit of olive oil on top. And now they're ready for the oven. And while these bake, you will want to prep everything else. You will need to slice your cucumbers, your red pepper, and your onions. And you'll need a little bit of lettuce. It's easiest if you just, have a little plate and add each ingredient onto this plate. So when you put your falafels together, it really makes it pretty quick. We have a place near us where we can order takeout falafels. But making them at home, I gotta tell you that these baked falafels actually taste pretty close. So after you have your ingredients prepped, you can grab your pitas, and you'll be cutting your pitas in half, and you're going to be stuffing them. I don't know if you've worked with pitas before, but it's pretty easy. This tzatziki sauce is so good too. So once they come out of the oven, you are ready to go. Well, these can bake for 25 to 30 minutes. These patties, they're baked, so they're not like juicy or anything, but they're actually really good. You can put them on salads for extra protein. You can make these pitas. So open the pita, and you'll want to put a little bit of that tzatziki sauce in there. And you can always add some at the end also. But you'll want to add, however many little patties you want of the falafel. I added 2. I thought that was a good number. Sometimes it's hard to stuff these little pitas. You just have to be careful that the bread doesn't rip. And then just start adding your ingredients. Don't these look delicious? And they're really healthy. I mean, whole wheat pita, this chickpea, little patties that were baked with fresh ingredients, and this Greek yogurt tzatziki sauce. So yummy. And here's those fries. If you haven't seen my last video, you can easily make these homemade baked oven fries. And again, these are not fried in oil. Of course, there's olive oil, but they are really good, and they're crispy and delicious. So I hope you guys can try this meal. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. And again, if you haven't checked out how to make your own homemade oven fries, check it out. And until next time, happy cooking.